Hey there, folks. Just wanted to come at you. I appreciate for the video that we last did with the boiling water hack. I really appreciate all the views so far and all the comments. So what I've decided to do is a part two. What we're going to do is we're going to replicate the exact same experiment, but this time we're going to do one thing different. We're going to add a lid to the pot because several of you had mentioned in the comments that that might make it more of a success. So let's try that. Okay, so we're gonna have the exact same setup. I know there was one person who made a comment about maybe you need more tea lights. The problem is with this experiment, you should be able to do it in a muffin pan, and to be able to have coverage. As you can tell, the pot only covers 4 of the muffin tin holes, so you really can't, I don't think you can put, you really can't put more than 1 in a muffin tin. So we're still dealing with 4 of the tea light candles. So let's get the wicks back up. 2 more. I'm holding the camera. My camera girl is off doing something else. So I am doing this one-handed with my other hand holding the camera. So, around here, like we said in the first video, we've had some snow and ice. I've now been 4 days or 3 days without work. Haven't been able to, in fact, I tried going to work today, but both sides of the road into my neighborhood, the police department closed off because it was so iced over that they kept having multiple car accidents. And so they basically just blocked it and said, until we can get some salt on here and the weather, so we should light it first, huh? And to see if the sun will come out. Today it's supposed to come out, but it's actually still cloudy, and there's actually a chance of some freezing drizzle or freezing rain or something, I don't know. So it just might add more to the problem. Hopefully that sun will come out though. So again, the reason why we're putting this cooling rack down is because without it, the lights were not getting enough oxygen, and it was blowing out. They were basically suffocating themselves. And so by adding this little bit of extra height, because as you can see, it gives it a little bit more breathing room, we were able to allow the lights to stay lit. So we're going to use the exact same pot. Make sure all my candles are still lit. Yeah, we're good to go. The exact same 2 cups of water. Oh crap. Accident. Let me try holding with the other hand. Okay. It's a little slippery for some reason. There we go. All right. Oh, 2 of the lights went out whenever that happened. Again, this would be probably a little bit easier if I had my partner in here holding the camera while I was doing this. But sometimes you got to do things solo. You may be, of course you wouldn't be, yes, you could be filming, but in a survival situation, you might not be actually videoing, unless you're maybe like on a live chat with family or something, I don't know. So, okay, so far, everything's exactly the same like we had in the first try of this experiment. So what we're going to do now is add a different component we are going to add the lid. What this should do is basically that heat should basically stay within that and not escape out the top, which might allow it to boil easier. So we're gonna see what happens. So I am now gonna start the clock on it and I will get back with you. Okay, as you recall, the original experiment was that you should be able to boil the water, or at least get a semi-boil within about 8-9 minutes. I went ahead and let this extend out to 10 minutes with the lid on. So let's see what's going on. All right. Ooh, I don't know if you can see it, but look at the water, I guess vapor that is on top of the lid. The lid is somewhat warm, but I see no boiling. Just like last time, I do see the steam that is rolling up the sides there, and some bubbles on the bottom. So let's keep this on a little bit longer. Let's go up to about 30 minutes and see what this produces at 30 minutes. All right, folks, we've come back. It's 32 minutes later. Let's see what's going on. All right. Oh, again, we see more. Oh, this lid is considerably hotter than it was at the 10-minute mark. Oh, look at that, folks. Look at that. We definitely have a lot more steam. There are a lot more bubbles on the bottom. Now, I'm going to see what happens. Yeah, we have quite a bit more steam. I'm going to touch and see if this is hotter. I think the very last time that we touched in the first experiment, it was kind of like a hot bath water. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, even getting about hovering about an inch over the water, I can already feel the heat. Okay, that is hot. That is a lot hotter than we did with the first experiment. So, you know, really 30 minutes into this, even though there's not like a mild or rolling boil, this would definitely be enough to warm up like some chicken noodle soup. I think it would definitely give you the water that you needed to make a hot beverage. I know last time I kept saying tea, coffee, hot chocolate, you know, something like that. But this is definitely to a point. 30 minutes with this same method with a lid has really increased the temperature quite a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this on just a little bit longer. I'll get back with you and I'll tell you what the time on it is, and we'll give it one last look before we close out this video. Now, just like in the first video, as far as being able to do this in 8 to 9 minutes, that's totally busted. But 30 minutes into it, which is a lot less time than the first time with no lid, it has warmed up hotter than the first experiment in a shorter amount of time. So that is a good thing to know. Get back with you soon. All right, folks. Well, we've come to about an hour and a half is what I've gotten into. And I'm happy to report that, right here, let me just show you. Okay, it has a minor low boil. Now, it's not rolling, but it's got a minor boil. I was hoping my daughter would come and see this. So look at that. Got some good steam coming off that. But that is definitely a minor success. I mean, it's not rolling. It's not like if you had it on the oven, but you could do something with this. So props and thank you to all the people who made that recommendation of adding the lid. One other thing that we could possibly do is take this to the next level. Someone made a comment that because of the pot, it might be harder to boil because of how thick the steel pot is. But I do have an aluminum camping kettle that might actually take it to another level. Now, not everyone's gonna have that if they don't go camping. And this may be all you have. And so if all you have is a standard little sauce pot like this, you can actually do something. Just make sure you have the lid on. So I'm just gonna have to say that this was somewhat of a success. So there you go. 4 tea lights. We got a low boil. The water is hot enough to definitely drink a hot drink with, or even put in some sort of chicken noodle soup to warm it up. So, all right. You guys have a good one. Get your fit on. Or, as London would say, get your cook on.